Hello, welcome to Atascadero Civics. I've decided that for this first video, I'm going to skip describing the project and introducing myself and just go straight to business so you can see sort of what my vision is for every video. And then at a later date, I'll post a video explaining my thoughts on the project and introducing myself in depth. So the Atascadero City Council meeting is this coming Tuesday, the 14th at 6 p.m. The council has actually started meeting in person again at the City Hall at the Rotunda. You can attend in person, but there's a limited number of people who can attend because of COVID, because of social distancing, and masks are required. So you can do what I'm planning to do and watch the live stream, which is at slow-span.org, or you can watch on public access on channel 20, or listen on KPRL radio, and that's 12:30 a.m. And it says the video recording of the meeting will be available through the city's website, and we'll repeat daily on channel 20 at 1 a.m., 9 a.m., and 6 p.m. To comment from a distance, you can call 805-538-2888 to listen and provide public comment via phone. Public comment may also be provided by webinar, but phone is preferable. Or you can email the city clerk, cityclerk@atascadero.org by 5 p.m. on the day of the meeting. You have to identify the agenda item in the subject line of the email, and it has to be 3 minutes read out loud. And I think I've read that that's about 500 words. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the agenda. All right, so the agenda, Atascadero City Council agenda. Closed session at 5. They don't always have a closed session, but they have one this week. Regular session at 6. First is the consent calendar. And the consent calendar is considered routine, non-controversial, expected to be approved without much conversation. We have approving the minutes from the last couple meetings. We have payroll, and there's a temporary fee reduction for restaurants, businesses that sell food, so they can sell outdoors because of the distancing recommendations. We're trying to lift the burden on businesses that want to sell food in the city. Updates from the city manager, and then the community forum, and that's when people can call in and that's Atascadero. I'm outside in the oak trees and motorcycles. So the community forum is when anybody can call in, bring up what you are concerned about in the city. No public hearing. So the main issue the main topic of conversation is expected to be this first item here on the agenda. Sales tax ballot measure. So the city is having a conversation, the city council is having a conversation about putting a sales tax on the ballot for November. And it would be a 1% sales tax, and the proceeds would go to anything the city needs. It's not earmarked for a specific purpose. So our city is one of the lower, we don't have as much revenue as a lot of the other cities in SLO County. So I've been told that we and Grover Beach vie for the least revenue per capita. So this is an effort to bring a little bit more funding into our city. And the number 2 is an oversight of that money. So it's talking about transparency and accountability process for using that money. And if you'd like to call in, you can call in specifically about these agenda items, and they'll patch you in after each agenda item. They'll have a time for people to comment. And you can call to support this or dissent. So after 1 and 2, there's 3, the downtown street tree renewal program. So apparently some of the trees in downtown aren't quite meeting the needs of our city. They're dropping fruit, they're messy, they're dead. So it's just, we need to spend a little bit of money to renew the trees. All right, we'll talk about COVID. And then all the city council members will give their reports. It's windy and my paper dropped. All right, and then at the end, there's the individual determination and or action. And this is when the city council can direct staff to do something or place an item on the future agenda. All right, so I think that covers it. You're watching the city council meeting on Tuesday, you're joining me. Hi. If you're still with me, if you've been with the video this long, here's a bonus, baby bonus. All right, so before I head on to the Board of Supervisors for a tiny bit, I do want to say that the Atascadero Unified School District board meeting is on July 21st. So mark your calendars. They're going to be talking about school closures, openings, what we're going to do about all that. It's pretty important. So I will next week come on and talk more about that. But until then, mark your calendars and plan to attend that. And I'm going to take a look at the SLO County Board of Supervisors meeting, which is also on the 14th. I just want to mention a couple items that will be coming up at the SLO County Board of Supervisors meeting on Tuesday. So one is consent agenda number 3, and that has to do with the Oceano Dunes and the grand jury report about that. So if that's an issue that's interesting to you, you might want to look into that and call in. And we also have number 19, which is about accepting state funding for housing. And it looks like it's going to be the issues, the details are going to be hammered out by the local housing nonprofits, but this could be an interesting one to pay attention to. So I'm just going to end for now and say I'm really excited about this project. I look forward to coming back at least once a week and updating you on meetings and happenings in our community. And yeah, it should be fun. It should be exciting. And here we go.